Hey guys, here for Fight Fan TV Live. You know, we're gonna have our guest, got a guest coming in. Don't know if you saw. So if you got any questions, let us know from now, please. And then we can read it to the guest Tunde Ajayi, the Master of Knowledge, because he's gonna be joining us on our live shortly. He's just getting himself, prepped and that. Big up Pollard D, big up Rye 793. Lexo Bem, big up Team Fizz, big up Tunde Ajayi. Oh, here we go. Yeah, go ahead, Lex, for the question. Lexo Bem.
Yeah, yeah, you know the set.
Yeah,
Wait. Let me come up the thing. Because
LA thing, yeah?
that man over 30 ain't got hair. Come on, you know the set. Dream it, believe it, become we're in the building. But I don't want you not to say, see what I'm trying to show, man, how I'm cut different.
Mm,
Most people when they get to a certain level only give their energy to people on their level. So they will give their interviews to BT and the IFL TVs and the boxing socials and the other notable channels. But I've always been a real one.
yeah,
And I,
no,
and
no,
I'm a,
rate that.
and I'm about uplifting the people below to bring them on a higher level. So I'd already publicly stated that I wasn't going to do any more interviews yesterday. But, bro, as soon as you said, Todd, please, I'm like, here we go. During the old, we used to go Ladywell and do sprints and everything like that. I said, cool. Say that. I'm gonna chat to my boy.
Lady for the stairs.
The
Sydenham,
same.
the
Remember,
Syd,
come on.
the
I
Greenwich
don't
Park
know.
one.
But this is what I'm trying to say. People think we just popped up yesterday.
And
It's not that.
they don't know how deep it gets. They don't remember when
Yes.
you were training in the Peckham bodybuilder gym.
Come on, Peckham. What is it called? It was just called. What was the name? Yeah, right. It used to be Laserdrome. It used to,
Okay.
the actual gym used to be Laserdrome. That's where Laserdrome was. But it was called the LA Gym in Peckham. LA
Oh,
Gym in Peckham. In the corner, no ring, nothing.
no,
Just
nothing.
in the corner, me, Spud, Junior, McDonald. Come on, man. This is
Yeah,
and
because J Mac brought me.
yeah. And Spencer Fearon used to come down there as well after once he heard about what was going on, and it's been a magnificent journey, you know.
Mm.
I'm happy to be there. I'm very thankful to be here, and also to uplift the people or at least motivate the people that I grew up with and that I come about with. So yes.
Yeah. No, and I rate that because I see that giving back to the man them, giving the interviews to beat what's it,
Undefeated, undefeated.
undefeated,
Yeah,
get
Lady
taught.
Shan, Lady
Yeah,
Shan.
yeah, she's doing her thing. Big up
Come
her.
on.
You know what I mean? So let's get into some questions from the fight fans.
Yes.
They got some questions? Are you going to get some wireless headphones? They are wireless. All right.
But my son's on the thing as well. Big up Josh and Jay. You know what it. The family's here.
Oh, yeah. Pollard D's asking, was Yard flat on Saturday? He didn't seem himself. If was Linda's jab or was Linda's jab keeping him at bay?
Well, I don't understand what you mean by flat. Like, we won the fight anyway. That's the first thing. But it was a very cerebral fight. That's why there wasn't much punches thrown until we decided to engage. So if you're saying was Ant flat, then was the other boy flat? Because he threw left punches. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know where some of you get your line of questioning from, but it don't make no sense whatsoever. It was a cerebral fight. It wasn't a go in there and just start throwing punches kind of fight. And it was close. We were, no, but I don't think anyone has denied the fact that it was a close fight. But we feel we won. I mean, Richie Woodall, who is one of the most unbiased, unjust, uncritical people in boxing a GB coach, gave it to Ant as well. So yes, I think what was different is that nobody had ever seen that aspect of Anthony's boxing. They just used to man going in there after one round, working it out, and then just winning by KO. But
Yeah.
again, but again, we proved what the naysayers said we couldn't do, which is box for 12 rounds. And then, we finished strong. I thought we had gas tank problems. That was that, so before it was gas tank problems, before I just, it's like I say, look, you win, they hate. You learn a lesson, they hate. You breathe, they hate. So, bro, you can't win this thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, but yeah. So what I will say, because they were saying about stamina problems, but it seems that maybe that new stamina water you got out has
Come on,
done the.
wait. Hold on. Wait there, bro. Hold on, let me get the supply. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, there you go. 1 second there. This is live. This is what I'm saying. Everything's live.
Yeah, off the cuff. No
Off the
real.
cuff. You know what this thing is. It's stamina water. Man, it's stamina, man. Who knows who thought that man had stamina issues? You just see it was finishing strong in the 12th round and man hanging, but that's the key. Stamina water. Anyway, sorry, Gus.
And it's for sure if you need, guys. It's all up after Dolly.
Yeah. For all the broke man them.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you saw, but I scored the fight. I was going by on the Twitter. I was tweeting and whatever, and I scored it 115, 113 to Yard.
Exactly what I scored it. 7 rounds to 5.
Yeah, and if I heard you say, if you look at my tweets, you'll see after round 5, I said, okay, I've got Lyndon up, fair enough, but what I am noticing is that there's some very biased commentary going by BT Sport, like Lyndon will throw the double jab and they'll go beautiful and
come on,
Harry flipped, and I was like, come on, I've seen Sky are notorious for that, but I was surprised to see BT do that.
Listen, let me just answer that again. So if you go back and watch the fight, I'll ask you this, Gus. Did Anthony slip jabs?
Yes.
Did Anthony block jabs? Did Anthony parry jabs?
Yes.
Did Anthony land double jabs at times?
Yes, and triple I saw.
And triple, yeah. You sound like Gus. Gus said triple as well. I know Gus. Tech Talk said triple. Tell me once in the commentary you heard them speak about that on Anthony's side.
I didn't, and they wasn't talking about the JBs either.
Exactly. So it's perception. So obviously the wider mass of people are listening to the commentary. And
Big up Peckham Production.
Big up Peckham Production. You know the set, my people. But if you so they rock the cradle. They give the people the wider perception. And this is why I always urge people to watch fights without the commentary. Or watch it first with the commentary and then watch it without the commentary. And you'll see, it's like we've already established that slip jabs, he blocked jabs, he parried jabs, he threw his own treble jab, he used his jab as a rangefinder, but nobody spoke about it. So what it has done, and then not only that, you kept on making reference to the Kovalev fight. So, so already what you've done is planted seeds in people's minds and affected their minds. And so now you're not watching a boxing match subjectively. You're just talking about the past. And we all know why that is. We all know, and nobody is going to make me speak out. Oh, sorry. We need some stamina water around here. Clear the throat.
Persistence beats resistance.
Come on. No one is going to make me act out of emotion and start calling or don't even say it, guys. So, saying certain things. I'm just going to answer the questions intelligently and leave it for you, the fans, to think about it. You see what I'm saying? It's like nobody was talking. Hold on. We're the A side. We're the ones who draw the numbers. You look at the figures of AY fights. And if you go back to the two common opponents, Dex Spellman, go and look at the Dex Spellman YouTube figures against Arthur, and go and look at the Dex Spellman yard figures.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game. It's all about us. So how you tell me, even though I know, how all of a sudden this turned into a commentary which was geared totally to the other side.
Yeah. What I don't, yeah, because I don't, yeah, because that what they, if you do that, you put pessimism in someone's subconscious. But what I
Come on.
will say is maybe you see with the what I will say is you believe that the 117 111 card was wide for anyone, no matter who got it.
Well, I mean, I'm always gonna be truthful with you, so it's not a case where someone say, I'm gonna be honest. I'm always honest with you,
Yeah, yeah,
and that was wide. I just, I've watched the fight. I watched the fight on Sunday, and I watched it, and I was, I was totally unbiased, and I gave it 7 rounds to 5, as you say, 115, 113, and I've seen a lot of people say the same thing. Some people at worst said it could have been a draw, but the thing about me, I don't care about all of that because what's done is done. Nobody's here crying over the result. I'm, Saturday night was Pat and Lyndon's night. Fair play to them. Like nobody, like I'm not, like it is what it is. You can't, everything is a journey, and you can't really turn the clock back, so to speak. All you can do is that in a rematch, we've got to just go back to normal and knock it out because that was always what I want. That's what you know me. I don't train no one to go points. But Anthony, in his own mind, was very comfortable with how things are going, and that's why he was so upset at the end of the fight. He was
yeah,
so upset. It's like, fam, what you trying to mash up man's life? You see
yeah,
what I'm saying? He was
yeah,
angry, and he's got a right to feel like that. But it's like I said to him, don't worry, and you know what? We'll all go back. We'll do what we always do. We assess the situation. The cleaner shots, the harder shots were landed by Ant. And you want to give a man a victory and try to mash up a man's career because he landed half a dozen jabs in 12 rounds. Come on. Come on, man. It don't make no sense, fam.
the only thing I can say is what the old adage in boxing is because Lyndon was the champion, they say the challenger has to rip the title away.
Yes.
So that could have been an issue where in a close fight, the champion normally gets the rub of the green. Even though
Yes.
Anthony is the A side,
Yes.
Lyndon
That
would have champion advantage, if you know what I'm
that's
saying.
that's a fair point, and I'm not gonna go against that because I've said that in the past as well. And this is why I'm saying nobody's crying or complaining. Listen, Ant weren't scratched in the fight. All right,
Mm.
Redskin brothers scratch easy.
Yeah,
But you understand what I'm saying? So, but,
I know.
yeah, but it's not, the fight was not physically taxing or anything. My thing is that, you
It's
know,
mentally.
it was a mental competition.
Because if you look at Lyndon in the changing room, in his interviews after, he's mash up.
And I told people, and that's why I say boxing is a cerebral sport. It was a very cerebral, and I credit them for going 12 rounds. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that we left it in the hands of the judges, and so next time we got to come different. And that's it. Listen, nobody's a loser. We ain't looking at it like we lost, so no one ain't feeling sad or anything like that. And
Mm.
I'm waiting for you to go on with the other questions because I'll be honest with you. What I'm seeing from negative, well, now you know why I don't follow no one on Instagram. Now you know why
Yeah,
I don't engage with anybody. I just block them. I'm not in nothing because I know where you're coming from. Your heart ain't pure. You don't. You only want to look at Saturday night. Nobody wants to take a look back at where me and Ant have come from, where I've come from, where you've come from. The fact that we've done it on our own, without
mm.
no promotion. We promoted ourselves. I promoted myself with my big mouth and my positivity that has given someone something to talk about. So, I'm the target, but I don't mind. I love it. I keep telling people I don't mind that because I understand when you're a fawn in the midst, or when you're a rose in the midst of thorns, then you have to be strong enough to take the criticism, whether it's warranted or unwarranted, on the chest. So I keep bringing it.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
That's a
I
gem
love it.
right there. Yeah.
Come
So
on.
what? Well, let's get to another. See if there's any other questions. Oh, 1 second.
Big up Craig Vicious. You know the
Yeah.
man's there. But besides that, I say, like I said, you man don't get this interaction with no big boys. It's only me. I'm the one who started it. So
Yeah.
so 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 I'm never gonna worry about some guys getting on social media and trying to critique me. You you don't mean nothing to me because none of you weren't there. LA Gym, Peckham days in the corner. None of you weren't there when me and Anthony were sharing each other's boxing boots. You understand? None of you weren't there when man was going to other gyms and stinging shower gel because man never had no peas to shower themselves.
Maloney Fight Factory. Maloney Fight Factory. Lord Clyde Pub.
Trust me, Lord Clyde pump to shower themselves because man can't afford no shower gel. So we've already won. We cannot lose. You see what I'm saying? And you all wanna, or not everybody, but certain people wanna claim that Ant should do this and do that, but not one of you were there sacrificing with us from the start all over the years. None of you, you wanna call Ant a world-class fighter now, but none of you weren't calling Ant a world-class fighter at the beginning. So if that's the case, how did that happen?
Yeah. So what's your message to those who think you're some kind of Johnny come lately trainer and that Anthony needs to, you know, either the team or move on up?
Well,
So
yeah, that's a good question again. My thing is this: move on up to what? Wait, bro. We put it. You remember what I said to you, Gus? I told you years ago. When I get to the, or when we get to the top of the mountain, it's done. Because all your excuses are finished. Because remember, I came in the sport of boxing like a maverick. I brought a certain system and a certain style to this country, which everybody is copying now, but going on like they're not copying it. And I took all the bullets. So my thing is like, yeah, when when I hadn't even boxed for a Southern Area title, when I hadn't even took a fighter to the Southern Area level, they goes, you need an experienced coach. Within the first 3 years of me getting my trainer's license, I had been with 3 different fighters to the Southern Area level and won within the first 3 years. You're talking about trainers who've been there,
yeah, yeah,
Akash, Tony Salem, and Leon. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So and even Chad Simmons, but we know Chad was just budding weed.
And the rest,
Chad
but
was
yeah,
budding weed and did it. But I done it. I done it. Everything they said I couldn't do as a trainer because I didn't have the experience, I did it. Then we moved from Southern Area level. Then we moved to intercontinental level area. They said I wasn't experienced enough. Then we moved to no first. Then we moved to international level. Then we moved to intercontinental level. Then we moved to. Then finally, I feel that I had got to where they said I could never get, and that is actually taking a fighter from the scratch to a world title. So now I've done that. Now you want to say he should move on to somebody else, but why? What does moving on to somebody else prove? If you say to me, if you come with a pure heart and say, you know what, Twin, maybe you should make adjustments, bring in other people in the team and see how that goes. We do that. We do that anyway. Dominic Ingle's a good friend, someone that I respect very highly in the game, and
yeah,
he said, Twin, I'm not in it for no money. No one here will help as well. So that's another avenue that we'll look at. Nobody's here. We want the best for Ant. We always want the best for him. But what you're telling people to do is something which is unjust, unrighteous, and not right. You're telling somebody to leave the person that they started with. What
yeah,
is that? The person that who has done more for that particular person than 99.9% of trainers have done for their fighter ever in the history. So, listen, at the end of the day, all those divide and rule, divide and conquer tactics can't get us. It's just not going
yeah,
to happen because we're loyal to each other, we support each other. And the main thing about us, our whole team, especially Ade, Anthony, and myself, is that we don't blame one another for things. That's what real people do. They don't blame somebody. If that was the case, Canelo would have left his trainer after he lost to Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I never heard anybody shouting that Lomachenko should leave his dad when he basically done the same thing what happened in our fight. The first 6 rounds, nothing was going on. And then he came on late. Think about it, Gus. Wasn't it the
Yeah.
same thing? Wasn't it the
Yeah.
same thing that happened? The same thing,
Yeah.
and then they're saying that Lomachenko, even me on the Fight is Right, I said, he left it too late. That's all I would say. I wouldn't say that he was beaten badly or anything like that, but he could have done more. And it's the same thing. Go on.
No, and the same thing we said about nobody said Chris Eubank Jr. should leave Ronnie Davis after
Exactly. Exactly. So
he jumped.
that's why I say it's an assassination attempt on Tunde X. Not Malcolm X, Tunde X. You trying to assassinate, man. But you can't work because energy is real. And the positivity that I put out can overpower any negative connotation or influence. And I know that. And they know I know that. Right now, there's a group of people sitting down saying that effing Tunde, we can't get rid of him.
They've been saying that for 15 years. Do you remember Peacock when they used to bun us, especially you, you're the leader, they used to bun you, pitter patter, patter cake. That don't work. Now, every British trainer you see, does speed pads now. Now, who did they get that from? When you're campaigning, that works.
And this is the thing, Gus. They don't want to give people credit for that. They don't want to show people who bought that, who started that whole wave in this country. And all the real ones. And again, I said it, as I said on Pep Talk, people talk about inexperience for a more experienced coach. Hold on. Don Charles' first corner in boxing was with me. I brought him in the corner.
Which fight was that?
I think it was Grant Steele, actually. I think it was Grant Steele. God bless Grant Steele.
Don't mention his name to me, please.
Yeah. I know. But come on. And then we've got Mark Tibbs. The people talking about Mark Tibbs, who is a humble human being, a great man with boxing heritage. Remember, the great Jimmy Tibbs. And then you got his son, Mark Tibbs, who people rate as a great trainer or good trainer. Who brought Mark Tibbs in the corner first?
Was it you?
Tunde Ajayi. People don't know this. It was me. Mark Tibbs, when he come from Spain, his first corner. And I remember Frank Warren going, hugging him at York, going, oh, good to be back, Mark, good to be back. It was me. Mark had his license, but had never done a corner.
Okay.
It was me that bring that man in. So what is people talking about? Experience. You ain't got no more experience than me. You see what I'm saying? Go back and watch Vitaly Klitschko v. Derek Chisora. In the corner, you see a black brother, shiny face, cap. It's me.
Yeah, in the build-up, you're there sliding down the ski slope.
I was sliding. You see what I'm saying? So it's just really another indication of how the hatred of people is so much that they wait for opportunities to come, which are inevitably going to come in each fighter's career, in each fighter's journey. Hold on, did Muhammad Ali lose?
Yes, of course.
Did Sugar Ray Leonard lose?
Yes.
Did Tommy Hearns lose? Did Marvin Hagler lose? You're going on like no one ain't supposed to lose.
The great Mike Tyson, who everyone loves.
I hate using that word lose, but you're going on like people ain't supposed to have a lesson. But the hatred is so much because your boy can articulate himself where a certain set of people can understand, and I can articulate myself on the wrongs. You know what I'm saying? So
you're a chameleon.
So I'm a chameleon, and I personally, more than the fact of the boxing training and the instructions and what have you, people just don't like to see a confident person. And I'm not gonna even bring up the issue of color because you ain't getting me on that one. But you don't like to see a confident person who can articulate themselves and explain themselves in a manner which is in their face. And that's it. There ain't nothing else, because I haven't done nothing what another person hasn't done or another trainer hasn't done. Remember, all this lack of experience training everything, where is the 12-fight amateur novice who within 4 years was fighting one of the most feared light heavyweights in recent years, the Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year twice, with 12 amateur fights within 2 years? Show me one and then come and chat to me.
Yeah.
Not in England, in the whole wide world. Show me. Show me.
Yeah, and the thing is also what people have to bring up. Remember, people saying that Yard needed to get rid of you after the Kovalev fight, right? Hold this, but did they say that Nathan Cleverly should get rid of Enzo Calzaghe?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You see, listen, it's not about energy. You can't buy this energy. You can try and market man the way you want. Remember, nobody marketed us. We marketed ourselves. Let's get that right.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else who got a global deal other than Anthony Yard, it would be all over the place. It would be on all the banners and everything. But we never said nothing. We were just thankful for the opportunity. I was so happy for the job that I'd done for Anthony, and blessed him, and God bless him. But nobody speaks about that. Nobody talks about how this young man has been through so much. Nobody talks about how I have had to be there for him and how he has had to be there for me. When I was down, remember a few years back, I was going to quit boxing and I filled in the Uber forms. So that Uber driver that you called could have been me. It could have been me rolling up to your yard. So when you think about what we've been through and where we are now, and the fact that the whole world of boxing, whenever you see journalistic giants writing about two brothers that come from the ends in negative ways, one should really take a step back, reflect, and ask themselves, why is this much hatred put down on these young men? Because hold on, ain't Joe Gallagher lost before?
Oh, of course.
Ain't Adam Booth lost before?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ben Davison just come with this thing, but yet he's the best thing since sliced bread. Oh,
When
nobody
he got a finished product already.
Nobody ain't chatting about when he got sacked. How come they just sacked that Tyson Fury's dad said, bring him out, get him out of here? You understand? No one ain't chatting about how that was all swept under the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, but you wanna, in the height of a great fight this weekend, Anthony Joshua, our guy, going out there, you know, a big fighter of big magnitude. Tell me how powerful it is that you still are focusing on Tunde Ajayi. Bro, you understand what's going on, Gus? Bro, there ain't no one that can tell me nothing. Tunde Ajayi ain't going nowhere. So all you guys sitting down who just come into this the other day, who just started watching boxing when Floyd Mayweather fought Ricky Hatton, you don't know nothing. Because I was here.
Yeah. And you was the cleanup man. Remember how much money you won off of them man?
I remember, this is what I'm trying to say. In the gym, I actually walked away with over £1,000.
I know.
Because people, my battery's going low. People don't know about boxing. You see what I'm saying? They just want to give you an opinion. Some people, all these guys giving you their negative comments. What? Because you play fight night. Because you play fight night, you think you're a boxing coach. now you're telling man what to do. I ain't listening to none of you brothers. Go away, man. You're blocked. All of you. You're blocked. Every single one of you. And I will give you a time. If you cuss me at 8:30, I will give you 30 minutes to simmer it and tell you I'm going to block you at 9 p.m. That's how I move. I don't care what they say. So no one, I don't even want no one phoning me or messaging me, you know, because I got a lot of people that respect me and respect everything I've done and what I've achieved as a coach and what Anthony's achieved as a fighter. What people fail to understand is that they think because I talk about myself, that in any way portrays like I don't love, care, and put all that other energy into Anthony. They think they want to sit there and think, oh, you're just talking about yourself. Hold on. Firstly, what am I supposed to talk about? If me and you are drowning, what you think I'm saving you? You ain't my family. I'm saving myself first. You see what I'm saying?
Self-preservation.
Self-preservation is the first law of life. So I'm supposed to talk about myself. You, Gus, are supposed. Sorry, Daniel. You, Daniel, are supposed to talk about yourself. There ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with people. There ain't nothing wrong with people inspiring themselves. That's why it's called self first and then others. See, because it's your life, and this is why I love my team. I love Stamina for Sale. I love Ajayi. I love Anthony Yarde because not one of us put blame on the other because you're seeing life through your eyes. So anything you see through your eyes is your problem. So Saturday night, no one don't need to put blame on me. I'm putting blame on myself. Anthony Yarde is putting blame on himself. Ade Oliyinka is putting blame on himself. So all of this nonsense which I'm hearing does zero effect to me or the team. It doesn't, because everybody knows where they come from. Everybody knows where they come from. And what people should be realizing is that Tunde Ajayi, no matter how big he got, I said this in the barbershop 25 years ago. 25 years ago, I said, watch. When man gets up here, I'm going to come back on the ends and show love to the people that's still on the ends. And I'm going to inspire them and keep doing everything I can to help them. Have I done that, Daniel?
Yes, you have.
And I'm going to keep doing it. So why would I worry about the negative comments coming from some guys sitting behind a phone or a laptop or a computer or a tablet with a big spliff in their mouth and a tennis in their hand? I don't business by you, man.
Oh my God, you're killing me.
You must buy some stamina water that will clean up your system and clean up your hearts because it's full of negativity. And we ain't on that. Come on.
Yeah. And what I will say also, you see, when people were saying about the corner work, what they
Yes.
is, remember when you said, I may be wrong, but I think his right hand's gone.
Yes.
And they're saying that you wasn't saying up in the corner. You clearly said, watch
Thank you.
this bit. No, watch
Thank you
this
very
bit.
much.
No, but watch this bit. You said, go out there and let your hands go and start throwing right hands. And if he throws the right hand and you tapped him on the left shoulder and said, use the shoulder.
Come
What
on.
he didn't do, he went out there to press it, but he
Yes.
didn't realize the right hand was coming and he got caught with the right hand.
Yes.
To use the shoulder. So they can't say you didn't give him the instruction.
Yes.
You gave him the
Yes.
instruction, but sometimes, obviously, in boxing, you get caught. Just like Floyd Mayweather was meant to use the shoulder against Shane Mosley, and Shane Mosley he had to grab on.
Come on. That's what I'm trying to say, brother. And this is why the fear is that all you young people in the gym come and join this movement. That's what I mean. Because, bro, to roll, that's why it's layers in the camp. Because we ain't bending or bowing for no one. And at the head of it is me. And I don't mind taking the bullets. I don't know, because I know my heart is pure. Anthony Yarde knows he ain't gonna find anyone in boxing that loves him the way I do in the sport of boxing. It's just never gonna happen. And okay, people say, okay, it's not about what's this? Someone saying when did Arthur? I think we just answered that question. But people are gonna say it's not about whether you love someone or it's about Anthony Yarde progressing in his career. Well, let me tell you something, Sunshine. Love conquers all. Love is the foundation that makes everything happen. That's why you got so many light heavyweights who ain't earned 10% of what Anthony Yarde has earned. And that's a fact. Craig Richards, we're all family. You've seen me at Craig's fights. You see me shouting for Craig, telling man, bro, I'm always for Craig. That's love. That's family. And nobody is gonna make me ever change. Because I'll be honest with you, I ain't never looked on boxing as a money-making thing. It's called prize fighting. So obviously there has to be a prize. The prize is money. You get what I'm saying? But I've never looked on money as the thing that's gonna make me get up and go. I want to be the best. You understand what I'm saying? And Anthony wants to be the best. And I believe it's because of that, the powers, the God in heaven, the universe, the Buddha, the Jesus, the Allah, the whatever you want to call him, blessed us. He blessed us. And nobody is gonna take that away from us. We are winners. And I'm always going to be a positive person. I'm always going to support people and help them get to the next level. I can talk boxing from now till tomorrow, till tomorrow, till tomorrow. Nobody can take my energy. You can give man money. You can build them up. You can put them up. But energy don't lie, brother. Energy don't lie. And that's how it is. And the brother that's saying for me, yeah, I didn't give enough credit to Lyndon. Listen. When I talk, Anthony's talking. When Anthony's talking, he's talking. It was a fight. Anthony Yarde told the truth. He was emotional. He let his emotion, and he told the truth in his emotion. He never lied. He said, even turned to Lyndon and said, Lyndon, tell the truth. Tell the truth. And Lyndon, you see, Lyndon was all shaking after the fight. He never had the body language of someone who won the fight. You said that because if that was me and a man come up next to me, I tell him, move, brother, this is my time. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that he lost the fight. But Anthony said what he said. And no matter what anyone says, I'm always going to be 100% behind Anthony. Anthony could have slapped him in his face. I would have still backed Anthony. That's what real ones do. They don't scupper off or run off when things get bad or things don't go wrong. You stay strong, brother. And that's what it is. They don't want us to stay strong. They don't want us to continue this positivity that inspires so many. You want us to be fragmented. You want us to do the old thing where you lose and then you duck out. No, brother. That maybe work at the top level. That ain't working with us. It ain't never going to work with us. The only people that can defeat themselves is ourselves. Because it's in our hearts, it's in our minds to get better. I'm not so egotistical that if someone had something to offer that was going to make Anthony better, I would say no. Why would I do that? Why? I've given up my time, energy, my family to help Anthony fulfill his dreams. So why would I stop someone from coming in that Anthony feels that can be a benefit to him? These people are just haters, raw haters. And that's why I'm going to keep shining. This is why I'm going to keep progressing. This is why you're going to keep seeing merchandise. We ain't stopping, brother. It ain't, this thing ain't never going to end. Anyway, bro, you see, you get me hot. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Let's see any more questions we got here, the sensible ones.
But you know what I come about? All the haters disappear. Because that's why I don't want to give no interviews to the big boys. Because I ain't ready to talk yet. And when I say big boys, that's on no reflection or disrespectful to you, because you are a big boy. Yeah. I'm coming on your thing. You ain't got no 200K followers or anything like that. No business about followers. If it was just me, you and Craig Richards on this thing, that's enough for me. Because we're talking the truth. Yeah. We're talking the truth, and the truth always resonates far past what's going on now. It's truth. Nobody can't say nothing. None of these guys have done what I've done. They haven't, Daniel. It's a fact. It's a documented fact. Nobody has done what I have done, what Anthony has done. I know I keep on saying I. And Andy always says, you know, Unks, but it looks like you're boasting and bragging. I say, Ant, you know my heart. I don't really care what people think, whether they think I'm boasting and bragging. I know my heart. It ain't no boasting and bragging, because I'm a giver. I'm a giver, and givers gain. Why would you not want me to? Bro, if Eddie Hearn, you think that Eddie Hearn wouldn't want me on his team? You know how much viewers that I get, that I bring with my energy. But it's, you know what I'm saying? But it's not really about that. I'm a single entity. Tunde Ajayi is a single entity, and everything I do is for others. That's when you're a boss. Listen to me well. When you're a boss, your duty is to give to others.
Yes.
You got to be unselfish. You got to be selfless because you're always giving. You know, you're studying hard, you're watching tapes, you're reading documents, and you're giving it to the young men and women out there that want to progress. You see what I'm saying? Bro, I can say so much things. No one ain't bigging us up apart from ourselves.
Yeah. Even look, Sully just said, I was literally thinking Eddie Hearn and Tunde would be bread and butter.
Fam, I don't want to start no argument in no I don't want to start no beef. You get what I'm saying? Because right now, I'm focused. I've always been that way. I don't blame no one for nothing. That's just the honest truth because I don't expect nothing from no one. And I think if you live your life like that, when these so-called haters and insects come in the thing, it's like, bro, get off me. Just stamp on them. I ain't got time to remember. Literally, I understand what your role is. Your role is to try and put me down.
Yeah.
Your role is to try and, but you can't beat positive energy. It's not possible because positive energy doesn't focus on negative energy.
Yeah.
And negative energy focuses on positive energy and makes us even more powerful. Bro, AJ's fighting on Saturday and they're talking about Tunde Ajayi.
But you know, yeah, what I will say is, I think maybe a lot of this extra hate is because, you know, because of this year, there's a lot of mental health, depression. So some people feel they need to, because you're so positive, they see you.
Wait there. Umar online.
Who's that?
Let's deal with this little battle. Hold on. Brushing away hard question. What is the hard question, Umar? Tell us. Carry on with what you're saying. Let Umar type what the hard question is. But carry on, Daniel. Sorry.
Yeah. Because of some people, they're suffering with depression, and they feel that when they see you in the mornings, banging your tunes, positive quotes and sayings and stuff, they feel, I need to bring this guy, so it makes me feel better. Because what's it? Misery loves company.
That's correct. That's correct. And you know, that's what it is, Daniel. You know, but my focus has never been the other side. My focus has never been other people. And that's why, you know, a good few men, Anthony Adeola, Cameron, Bilal Ali, you know, Amin Jahanzab, Raza, H, you know, Haroon Headley up there in Manchester. A few good men have been able to create such a buzz because we stick together. We don't criticize one another. We all support one another. If you got family, I don't know, you got children, right, Dan?
Yeah.
When your young daughter or your young son upsets you, you don't run away from your children. You just do it, probably just do this thing and move forward. You learn from the experience. If you is trying to teeth the cookies and you have to beat them, sorry, I'm not allowed to say that nowadays.
Child services.
Bro, child services getting ring up. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they try to sting the cookies, you have to beat them. The child is thinking, right, but that just punish me. But he ain't gonna do it again. And guess what? The both of you learn from the experience. So I don't see why people are so quick. You see, that's what I'm saying. When you, and this goes out to any young boxer, always think about what you're getting into the sport for. First as an amateur, and then as a professional. If money, just money alone, is your total motivation, you will never make money. Mark my word. Mark my word. Because when you was a youth and you was playing football outside and your mum was shouting and you was playing football to all midnight and your mum's outside shouting, Dad, come back in the yard. Come back in the yard. You weren't thinking about money. You was thinking about the passion of playing football with your friends. Yeah. And that's the kind of passion you have to become successful in this thing. And with that passion comes pay. So, bro, it's not gonna say. So, boom. Now man's got the peas. Let's get it right. I remember I went to a Raw do with Prince Andrew. And it's what I said, they're not telling you that I do all these things. I went to a Raw gig with Prince Andrew and a few other dignitaries. You know, rolled up. I rolled up with my jeans and my Air Force Ones. But we've got stamina shoes now, so next time I'm rolling up with my stamina shoes.
Looking like money, Mitch.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember, and one of the dignitaries said, Have you seen that Floyd Mayweather? He calls himself Money Mayweather. How silly! How silly! You understand what I'm saying? Because these brothers got money on top of money on top of money on top of money.
Yeah.
So they was laughing at the fact that he's calling himself Money Mayweather. So no one's here shouting out like I'm some rich man or Anthony some rich man. Bruv, we can't stop working because, bruv, mortgage man is coming to take the property. But what I am saying is that Craig Richards is here. He will bear me witness. He knows what's on the table. He knows how well and what I've done for Ant and what what Ant has done for himself in this embryonic stage of his career. Anthony
Yeah.
wasn't injured yesterday. Oh, on Saturday night. He wasn't injured. He could get back in the gym tomorrow. So also then Saturday has to be just taken as a learning lesson. Just when Craig fought Bugaloni, he learned from that lesson and came
Yeah.
back again. But
Yeah.
it's a career. It's not a kamikaze.
Yeah.
Mistakes will always be made along the way. And so you really want people around you that are there, gonna be there for you in the good times, in the testing times, and in all times. And that's what we are.
So yes, big up Craig Richards, big up Wadi Camacho inside.
Come
know
on,
the
buddy. You know what it said, Craig.
Okay, this Umar guy, he said, genuine question, Tunde. No
Yes.
hate. This already sounds dodgy already. Do you think Anthony started too slow versus Lyndon and game plan was wrong? Respect what you've done, but we all allowed a bad night. We're all allowed a bad night.
Yes. Yes. Well, everybody said that. Everybody said that. It wasn't about a case of starting slow. It was a case that it was a cerebral contest for 6 rounds.
Yeah,
And then you saw me go back to the corner and say, all right, cool. You know, I wasn't panicking, but I said, all right, and boom, let's start put more punches now. Let's start put more pressure. And Anthony done it. You know, I was telling him throw the overhand right. He started to, when he threw the overhand right, things started to warm up. So the instructions was right. It was just that we could have started much more earlier. I've said that. But obviously Umar online ain't listening, and obviously he's got something in his heart. I said, why didn't you go on and chat to Papa Lemachenko and cuss Papa Lemachenko that his son never started that his son started too late against Teofimo Lopez? Why does it have to be such an issue with Tunde Ajayi? Bro, this is boxing. It's
yeah,
boxing. The best laid out plans don't always go the way you want them to go. I don't get it, brother. I do get it, but that's just talk coming out my mouth. Why is it that you people feel you need to criticize Tunde Ajayi so much? But as I keep saying, people, the haters, keep criticizing me because you're empowering me. Because
yeah,
I know you love me. I love you. You know you love me. And you saying yes, Loma was poor. Okay. So what you're saying is that remember Umar online, and it could never be Umar IFL TV because you can't chat to me. None of you will never be able to chat to Tunde Ajayi because you're blocked. So, but anyway, Umar online. It might be Umar on a different
yeah.
thing,
On a different account to try to.
on a different account. But we don't mind. It don't matter. As long as I don't see your face, Umar, you're cool. You know what I'm saying? But but what I'm trying to say is that, my friend, nothing can exist without a positive and a negative. What do I mean by this? I mean, even in the best laid out game plan, there will always be something to say you should have done that. You could have done that. Why didn't you do that? Always, because nothing can exist without a positive and a negative. That's
Yeah,
the answer to your question. It doesn't. I just told you if you was listening, you win, they hate. You lose, they hate. You learn the lesson, they hate. You breathe the air out of your mouth, they hate. It's just how it goes, and I can accept that. No one ain't running away from no questions. I love it. I don't think you understand. Bro, Gus knows me from before I come into boxing. The people on the roads know me. This energy, you can't stamina for sale, but not Tunde for sale. You can't buy me, because I'm a one-off. I'm a one-off, brother. This is why things is moving like this, because I'm hot. You can't break my spirit. You can't break my energy. I can articulate all of your questions the way you understand and the way my people understand. How you like that one?
Yeah,
Come on.
I can see why some of them hate, because they see you as maybe a bit uppity, if you know what I
Bro,
mean.
listen, I'm gonna post it after. Bro, you can, it's up. Nigerian parents, up, 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 up. That's where we go. We don't go
Big up
down. We go up, up, up.
non-conformer. What a name, non-conformer, you know, real Niger man. It's bigging you up.
Come on, you know what it.
Craig,
And
because
you
my
know
cousin,
what? Go on, sir.
no, because my cousin Craig, he's always bigging, like he says, you know, a lot of people he don't really like in the game. They move fake, they move a bit snaky. But he says, Tunde, he goes, even though you know you have your ways about you where you might shout and you know get real
Yes,
irate and stuff like that, but you keep it real because it's from a genuine place, and this is why he can f with you,
yes.
because you just keep it real. You know, you'll have an argument with a man, and then you'll go, all right, now we're moving on. Now what's up today? Let's do some pads. You know what I'm saying? What
Yes.
some
You know
man
what?
cool,
Sorry.
and then you know then they're sending lawyers to your yard.
Yeah. Trust me, and Craig knows. And me and Andy was talking about this the other day because not everybody is like me, but I'm one of them people. I don't hold nothing in my heart. I don't hurt. Everybody has bad situations. Everybody has experiences where you disagree with the other person. But let me tell you something. See me. If that happens on Monday, Tuesday is gone. That's how I move. 24 hours. Even it's piss Anthony off sometimes because Anthony still wants to be angry from the day before. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, fam, that was yesterday, bro. Come on, bro. We gotta live life. We gotta love life. We've got an opportunity. And that's all I'm putting out. You can't get me. Nobody, and I say it, Daniel, and Craig knows me. People have left me, not Craig. Craig hasn't been one of them, but people have left me and openly criticized me. These are
Yeah.
people that I gave everything to, and then years later, they've come back, seen what's going on today, and said to me, "Tun, you are the greatest man I ever had in my life. Everything you taught me was the truth."
Someone told me that, a former fighter
And
of yours.
trust
Yeah.
me. He said everything you taught me was the truth. Because all I have is I want people around me, and then, because listen, if you do better, others do better. Because they look at you as an inspiration. Sometimes, because you don't have the perception yet, you can't see what that person is trying to show you. So you be yourself. And that's something I never judge people for, because it's their journey. That's why I don't want no one telling me nothing. No one can't tell me nothing, because I'm not here telling you how to live your thing.
Yeah.
You may do something that rubs me up the wrong way. I'm like, cool. Oh, that's what you want to do. I might shout about it, but I can't change it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't see why I don't hear people on this. And I'm naming Dominic Ingle, Ben Davison, Adam Booth, all these guys.
Paddy Fitzpatrick.
Paddy Fitzpatrick, that little fat pum pum Peter Madonna that coming on the thing the other day. When I see Peter Madonna, but he's trying to disrespect, trying to cuss Anthony about, but when you see me, talk that talk. That's what I'm saying. When you see me, talk that talk, because all these guys, Peter Madonna and these guys, I grew up with these boys. I never had nothing. I grew up in boxing with these guys. I never in my once ever have had anything to say about his career in a negative manner. Peter Madonna never earned 10 pence from boxing. And now you want to get on a social media and start criticizing us. Why would you do that, Peter? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because this guy, like, he's meant to be foundation.
Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. Let me tell you what Tunde Ajayi does, and let me tell you what Tunde Ajayi is. Tunde Ajayi is a person that gives his all, 100%. And Tunde Ajayi, what he does for people, he brings out from the inside what you always felt on the inside to the outside.
You're like alcohol. You know when someone drinks alcohol and they
you know that, innit?
blame it on the
Then they try to blame it on the alcohol, but bro, that's why you gotta drink stamina water. Bro, if you drink stamina water, all that nonsense will happen to you,
that alkaline in you.
Get the alkaline water, bro. The vitamin water's coming as well. Don't worry, Gus. This thing ain't stopping. Trust me. You know, it's a career, as I keep saying. What have I done here? Wait there. Oh man, yeah, it's a career. It's not a kamikaze, and that's all people have to understand. You know, things happen, and I mean, look at all the great fighters along the way. Look how much of them lost, and not just 2 fights, 7, 8, 9 fights. Go and look at the British. All right, let me tell you something. People making up noise about Ant. Yeah, now we lost 2 fights. The career's over. Hold on. How many fights did Johnny Nelson lose in his career?
I know he lost 5 at the beginning.
5 fights at the beginning.
And he might have lost, I think he lost 12.
After that. Of course,
He lost about, yeah.
If my battery goes, don't worry, we're going to come back on and talk. Man, you know man could talk for long. But what I'm trying to say is that Johnny Nelson lost 5 fights with his coach, the Ingles. No one would tell him to leave the Ingles.
Yeah.
After 1 fight, after 2 fights, after 3 fights, after 4 fights, after 5 fights, after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But he still became the longest reigning WBO cruiserweight champion out there. So what is people... I don't understand where some people think that you're writing off a man's career because he's had 2 lessons in his career. He's not been damaged. The first lesson, Kovalev, that was a hard fight, you know, and Anthony Yarde came back from it, you know, and he's fresh. But on this level, especially Saturday night, Anthony Yarde wasn't hurt. He wasn't injured. You see what I'm saying? His hands was good. So it's part of the journey. And
Yeah,
I just feel...
tactical lesson. It's a tactical lesson.
That's all it is. Are we not supposed to learn? Hold on. What you're saying is that, okay, so the people that he's come up with, every time you go through your own personal experience, because you've got to remember, all of us talking like trainers and managers, it's not us in the ring. It's Craig in the ring. It's Anthony in the ring. You see what I'm saying? It's O'Hara in the ring. They're the ones that are feeling this personally. You see what I'm saying? We are there to support them. But what I'm trying to say is that they are allowed to have those. Listen, wasn't everybody cussing O'Hara after he got stopped by Josh Taylor?
Yeah.
People telling him stop boxing. Hold on. He has come back now, won the golden contract, earned a 50K, and, you know, he's got a 6-figure something coming up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we understand, you know, O's a very strong-minded person in his own way. But one of the reasons why me and O still talk, because O knows, he even says to me, he says, Unks, I'll be honest with you. Like, bro, me and you have never fallen out. You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that, and I will do anything for me that I ask him to. All it is that I've placed everything on Anthony because Anthony was the one who never gave up. So I owe Anthony everything. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I've got to give back. That's all it is. But the love is the same. I'll be ringside at Craig if I could. I'll be ringside at O'Hara if I could. It don't change. That's what the real ones do. So all these brothers talking about hop here, hop there, it don't work. Look in the history of the sport. Did Pacquiao leave Freddie Roach when he got knocked out?
Nope.
Come on, man. Did Marquez leave his team when he got knocked out? All these world class, all these people that you remember, they don't leave their coach. Maybe at the end, you know, when they're just at the end of their career, then they're like, you know what? Trying to save the percentage. But the bulk of their career is always with the same person. You know, and I feel that, you know, I'm trying to look at Broner. Broner has got the same people around him. His main coach, the one he grew up with, is not really the one in the corner, but they're there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They're there. So the thing is that you can't break our bond. It's just not possible. It ain't gonna happen, brother. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be. I don't give up. I know Ant don't give up. But again, Anthony makes his own decisions. Andy makes his. Everybody learns, as Craig says. Trainers learn as well as fighters through
Yeah.
experience, and that's the truth. We're all learning. And how beautiful it is that you can all learn together without running away to someone. Because you're gonna be what you're gonna be. Because let me tell you something. I could want it for you, Daniel. I could want it for Craig. But if Craig doesn't want it for himself more than he wants it for us, our wanting it for Craig can never make him a champion.
Yeah.
So that's why you can't blame anybody. You can't blame anybody for what's happening to you. You got if something happens, you gotta say, cool. It's me. It's my experience. All right, so let's try and think what happened, what went wrong, and then let's try and build on it. All these fight night trainers coming on, or what's the new fight way? What's it? EA Sports or something? All these man is playing EA Sports, coming to give me advice. Get in the gym and do something. Where's your fighter? That's everyone's talking about. What you've done, what you know about boxing, what you know about being in a world title fight and Ray Jones rapping at the weigh-in. What you know about that? You don't know nothing about that. So what makes you think I'm gonna listen to anything that you say? If I wanna be the best reggae singer, I'm studying Bob Marley. I'm not studying Russ Paris from flipping Peckham. I'm studying Bob Marley. Russ Paris is my brethren, by the way. That's how I know the name. I'm studying Bob Marley. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't studying no man who ain't been there. But what I would do is take the advice of people who have genuine love. And if you, Daniel, come and say to me, T, Unks, boom, or not Unks, you're a bit old to call me Unks, but you understand, if you say T, boom, there's a certain area where I feel that, yeah, if Ant touched up on that, that could work. No way in hell would I ever not listen to you. But if I'm on Instagram 365 days a year, and on one day, and you comment on my page 365 days of the year, then one brother on one day starts telling me what to do of those 365 days. Do you really think Tunde Ajayi is listening to you? Come on, brother. Where were all these people when we were winning? Where were all these negative people saying, giving all these advice and telling us to what we were supposed to do when we was winning? You got nowhere to be seen or heard because all you guys are part of the equation, which is positive and negative. In your body, you, Daniel, Craig, me, everybody on this Instagram live, they have positive neurons and negative neurons. But each of those neurons make you up as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what life is. Life is positive and negative. But whatever one you focus on, you give life. That's why any man that comes with nonsense around me, you're blocked. And we got the t-shirt, buy it on staminaforsale.com. 30 squid. Because, you know, bro, we're moving on the same level as Valentino and Gucci.
And Neil Barrett and them, man.
Come on, you know the shit, bro. These brothers, they're not ready for me. They can't be. You can't stop this. This ain't never gonna stop. As long as I've got breath, as long as the Most High God in heaven, the universe, as long as He allows Tunde Ajayi to breathe, I'm always gonna fight. I'm a fighter. You can't stop this, brother. When anybody connects with me, I'll give you life. It's just a fact. I give haters life. I give the haters life. But the haters come alive when they connect with me.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before, Daniel. I've never seen this level. So what does that tell Tunde Ajayi? That tells Tunde Ajayi that, son, you're doing the right thing. Keep going, Tunde, because the energy what you're putting out is too powerful, brother. You just got to keep it going, you know, and take life for what it is, you know. And on a serious note, is take life for what it is. And that is a journey full of wonderful experiences. You can focus on the inevitable bad experiences, but sometimes those experiences are there to make you learn. That's why I don't use the word loss. I use the word lesson.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, fighters have a certain protracted period of career. Trainers, managers, promoters, we're here for a long time. You see what I'm saying? So my thing has always been with fighters, I have to give them everything. I can't, you understand what I'm saying? I've
Yeah.
got to give them everything that I've got because I know the same fighter that they're bigging up today is the same fighter they'll be cussing tomorrow.
Yeah.
You understand? And saying he ain't this and he ain't that and this, that, this. That. No, brother. I'm with my guys 100%.
Yeah. A lot,
100%.
a lot of people deal with the flavor of the month, and
Yeah.
as you said, the fighter and the trainer learn together because, for instance, Lomachenko had 300 plus amateur fights, but he lost his pro fight.
Yes, sir.
Did anyone
Yes, sir.
sack Papachenko for poor matchmaking, or he didn't do this to beat Orlando Salido?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this is what I'm trying to say. It's like, again, we know why they're hating on me, but it really doesn't matter because
Mm.
I know what this is.
Yeah, because it's been too long now why they've been hating. They've been hating before you even got on TV.
So again, that shows you something. You don't hate. A wolf ain't worried about no little sheep or little foxes running around. Okay, he's gonna eat them up. The wolves are only worried about other creatures that can chew them up.
The threats.
You see what I'm saying? Threat. So, and I keep on saying, I don't know why people will see me as a threat because I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe it's like, you see what I'm saying? Because I'm not fighting no one. I'm not saying that you can't do it your way. I'm
Mm.
not saying that. I'm not saying you can't do it that way. I'm saying just let me do my thing. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Well, bro,
because
let
you
me
was
do.
doing your thing in the corner, and everyone's just cussing it, and this ain't gonna do, and this and that. It's like, all right, you can do your normal traditional pads. That's fine. I haven't cussed it, but
Yeah,
just let me do my training methods. But they
I,
wouldn't leave you alone.
yeah, they won't leave me alone, and that's it. And I don't mind because again, I ain't stopping. You think anybody could tell? You think I read something about Frank's having a word with me? Word with who? You must think I'm some bro. No one ain't having a word with nothing. Because if man's talking about training methods, what training methods? You ain't been in the gym with us. What
Yeah.
do you know that? What do you know? When someone say talk about his unusual or unorthodox training methods, what unorthodox training methods?
They're talking about the joke you did when you said that you don't spar.
Thank you very much. And so a joke that was put out there by me, Anthony, and Danny Flexen a few years back, people are now using that for fuel
Yeah,
to
ammunition.
try and ammunition to try hate on me. You got people in America saying, man, that dude, man, he needs to get yards from sparring, man. I heard that dude don't even spar, man. I'm like, get out of here, you know, yeah.
Really,
I
because
don't business about you. I don't business about you, man.
because
Bro,
if you go onto Mayweather's the Mayweather boxing channel,
yes,
there's guys like him who said that they sparred Yard. Obviously, they called him Yardy, and they
yeah,
said, yeah,
yeah.
and he was getting in, he was getting on that ass on guys in here, man.
Of course. But listen, again, you don't hear me fight against what they're saying. Because if I fight against what they're saying, I give them my energy. So I'm like, cool. If that's what you want to talk about, let's carry on. You gotta say that, bro. We don't spar, good. So hold on. If we don't spar and we've been to the highest level of the sport, we fought the number one light heavyweight in the world without sparring. So
Mm.
maybe you not need to spar. Maybe that's the key to earning the bank.
Yeah, maybe someone like Dave Allen shouldn't have sparred.
Bro, again, you see what I'm saying? All these men that criticized me back in the day, you see, I don't want us to, brother, you know me, because words are powerful.
Yeah,
That's why when they're spewing all this venom about me, I'm like, cool, fam. We see what's going on. We'll see what's going on because let me tell you something. As much as you want to hate me and say bad things about me and say I'm doing this wrong and doing that wrong, There will come a day when your fighter is in the corner. And your fighter is in a situation. And you're gonna, and I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna go like this. And then make you remember the things you said about Tunde Ajayi.
Yeah.
See? That's the best way you deal with this thing. Just let them talk, let them talk, let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. The more you talk, energy is transferable. If you're negative to someone who's positive, then you give them your energy. So continue to hate, continue to say negative things about me. Those that support me, those that know where I've come from, where Anthony has come from, just keep showing love. Because if you show love to me, I'm going to show love to you. And I don't care how much money a man gives me. You're not buried with your money. You ain't taking no money to the grave with you.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. Don't think I'm here. No one can't sell me out or make me sell out for no peas. And I can't talk the way I talk. You ain't taking away my mouth. No way, Jose. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. And you're always gonna want me. Someday I ain't gonna go nowhere because it's a numbers game. You heard what my man says, Carrot Savon. Life ain't nothing but a numbers game. You need the numbers because the numbers is the peas. It's numbers. Tunde Ajayi brings numbers because it's entertainment. I say this all the time, Gus. I keep telling him it's an entertainment business. Bro, they say Eddie is the number one, but Eddie knows, brother. It's me. It's me. He knows. He knows. That's why I don't call my name too regular, okay? He knows what I'm going. He knows, but no. Imagine me and him beefing. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
That's pay-per-view. That's pay-per-view. That's pay-per-view. And it's just how it goes. And I'm not here, I don't like, listen, once I'm with someone, I'm with someone. If the person that I'm with starts disrespecting me or tries to disrespect me, loyalty don't exist. So remember, when a man says that he's low, it's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
Don't say you're low to someone and then behind their back you're doing all maneuvers. Because I am gonna find out. That's how this thing works.
Yeah.
You know what it's like. You got your girl at home. You're texting the thing. And you send the text to the thing instead of your girl. Delete the thing quickly. Oh my God, bro! You know this is what I'm talking about. You know, brother. Everyone knows. Craig knows. Jody knows. Money JP knows.
Jody knows. We probably had that text,
Bro, everybody knows. Bro, you understand? You're all cool.
Look, Sherry. Look, you got all the gal in my life.
You know what you're doing? You're texting your thing on the side, you're texting it, then boom, the missus sends a text. And then you're like, you're there, but you haven't even switched back the phone to the thing's message. So you're texting the missus, the thing's thing. Yes, bro, it's the rule. It's the rules out here. Bro, you see what I'm saying? You're making me cry. Bro, it's the rules. It's the rules. Even the youths are laughing. Even the youths from the cradle know that Tunde Ajayi is doing the thing. Bro, this is the rule, bro. Nobody can test me, brother. I'm the man. Nobody can test me because it's real. Everything. Jody says she's staying single forever. Jody, it don't matter.
This is what we keep telling them, Tunde, man.
It don't matter if you stay single forever. Man is man, woman is woman. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. And that's why you're tuning in. Dream it, believe it, become it. Come on, Gus. Let's go.
Oh, man.
Go on.
You're bringing the energy.
Go on.
I love it. So, what is your plan for the near future?
Well, listen, like I've always said, we take one day at a time. We're people, we're realistic people. We understand that, you reap what you sow. And so if something has not gone the way you want it to, we always look at it like, you know what? That's a sign. We just got to keep working harder. We've got to keep being positive and just try to improve. The biggest room is the room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest room is the room for improvement. And as
Yes.
long as you keep focusing on improving, you will get better. It's a fact. You will get better. So that's, I think that's a great way to finish off. And, I thank everybody for the support. I'm going to continue to, and Ant's going to continue to try to inspire people and win. And, it's just, listen, Saturday night was Saturday night. And that's why I say congratulations to Lyndon and Pat. It's your night Saturday night.
Yeah. Hello there. Big up everyone inside. Tun, I think you've frozen a bit there. Start coming to Tunde's gym, grab some tips. Yes, of course. You're a coach, so you can learn from the master genius. Oh, damn. But yes, guys, I'm glad you was entertained. Make sure you follow Fight Fan TV Live on the YouTube on this Instagram page. Go and subscribe to Fight Fan TV Live on YouTube. Like, subscribe, follow, send, and forward to your friends, family. And yes, big up Jody, big up Starter, big up Paul Durko, big up Hassa NGG, Andrew Harding, 9, Craig Richards, T Money Boxing, the set. Vogel 65432 323, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Nathan Wees, come on, Crafty, you don't know. You already know the set. You know what I mean? Money JP Boxing 1. The list goes on and on. But yeah, persistence beats resistance. And as Tunde says, dream it, believe it, become it. Over and out. Big up.